its lands rent by tooth and claw.
myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Yo, welcome everybody. I just felt like playing. I'm not too sure how long this stream is gonna be. But I felt like just jumping into some Endwalker. Hold on, let's do this. Let me return to my home world real quick. Hopefully it's not a 1 billion hour wait. That'll be the key. Turn to home world. Unable select. Okay, well then I'm just gonna jump in here then. Oh, got about 29 people ahead of me. What's up, Bradley? How's it going? I'm here just ready to start Endwalker for the first time. Should be fun. Gotta do my mandatory gambling at first though, because you know, mandatory. But welcome everybody, be it on TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, and make sure you hit all the like buttons and all that stuff. I appreciate it. There we go. Alright, so last that we left off, we basically just finished off Shadowbringers. And now Beefy Kitty here is ready to well, he's first ready to go to the Golden Saucer. What's all this? Huh. Let's go to the Golden Saucer first, because we got to do some gambling. Always be gambling. Got to hit those scratch off tickets. Yeah, and I'm getting used to the changes that they made to Ninja. All right, let's play a little mini cat pot. Oh, this might be a winner right here. Let me do this. And let me do this. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's go. God dang it. I got finagled. Yes. There's a 2. There's an 8. There's a 7. So if this is a 9, it works out. Alright. Can I get the second highest prize? No, I cannot. Come on. Stop teasing me. Alright. There's a 1. There's a 7. And there's a 9. So if this is an 8, I win the second the highest. Come on now. Throw me a bone here. Damn it. Still nothing. Still nothing. I feel ripped. All right, let me go check the cat pot board. I doubt I won anything, but oh, only the God dang it! I forgot. I'm not in my own home world, so I can't do cat pot. Eh. Oh well. Let's head back. There's always something to do in this game, so it's all good. Let's do a trial. Let's also eat a meat kebab. There we go. Let's jump in here. I heard they added one thing though, which is kind of funny. They added, I saw it from Zarek. They added the a quest line just to change your character's race. I forgot what the potion it is. You get like a potion that allows you to change your character's race. And supposedly you get like one for free with this quest line, and then you could go through it to buy more, but you actually got to spend real money if you want to do it. There's people who just change their race all the time in this game, and they spend real money to do it. That'll be a no for me, dog. Alright, I'm still waiting for the roulette. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't popped yet. If it doesn't pop in a moment, I'm going to just start the quest line. What's Tataru doing? I'm feeling the journey to Charlian is going to be quite the test of your nerves in more ways than one. You'll miss this place while you're away. I know it, but for now, the best thing you can do is get plenty of rest while we hear from Cryo. I mean, I'm hardly ever here, Tataru. I was like literally in another dimension for in your times months. All right, Beefy, do you have time to talk? I like to gather everyone in Dawn's respite and together assess the situation that we find ourselves in. Sausages. Let's take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of the ominous towers. God dang it. I hate when that does that. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophory. The Telophory's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that will result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already, these towers of theirs have been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summoning. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist the tempering at least. But after what happened to Arenvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful how we proceed. Yet, while these threats close to home are a paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the I need to hear this word again. The Telophory are under the leadership of Fan Daniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Ye Galvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, I saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. I don't care about anything you have to say. If they were indeed May thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telophory. An army of primals is evil enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We'll find a way in Charlon. I'm sure of it. Master, well, how I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. Or Formnauts. Comments regarding the final days. We're curious to say the least. The forum knows more than they're letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We received word from Mistress Kryle. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa Lominsa and board the ship bound for Charlon. And on arrival, present yourself as associates of the students of Baldison. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. The arrangements may be settled, but what are your thoughts? They may race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Oh, Tataru. So that's the new Quest Accept sound. I know I'm in the new expansion when they start giving you a new like Quest Accept and Quest Complete sound effect. There's always a little flair. Alright, off to Limsa Lominsa. I hope everyone's having a great night as we sit here and start Endwalker. I haven't purchased Dawn Trail just yet, but if I get far enough in Endwalker, I'll do it. But you know, Endwalker is a very, very large expansion, so I'm not really stressing it. And I think I gotta be like in the 90s or something to even use the new classes anyway. Alright, let me talk to this independent mender. I don't think I need mending, but barely. Only 75 gil. It's practically free. Materia melder. I don't know how to use any of this stuff. I haven't done any of it. Display gear. Deep gold cicada. I guess I can't use any of these. You just need one level 80 job to have Dawn Trail purchased. Oh, really? Interesting. What about the classes? Pictomancer and I don't remember the other one. The pirate one. I'm assuming you just get it. You could just turn it at after you do their job quest thing. All right. Let's speak with Tataru. Everyone's here, which is good because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Charlon should be pulling into the port soon, so follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Luggage? Luggage? I carry everything in my person. Just picking my like any new class. Interesting. Also, I found a filter to add a blur for the chat.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule.
And I found a way.
So I'm told.
And I found a way to turn it on and off. So I had to filter on and filter off in the chat window. It works out pretty well, and is not as in your face as a giant black box, which works out.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief.
Oh, shut up.
Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, scant person. Shut up.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlian, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
That's funny. He's like,
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
he's like, little lord. You're just a little lord.
Better.
Uh-oh. See, now,
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
because she wants to come along this time. The last time we traveled to a distant land that wasn't a different dimension, she joined us. It was all dressed up. No. I'm in a cutscene, so you pop too soon.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Embarrassing for people who don't feel worthy of it. Oh.
It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I'll bring them back safe and sound. I promise. Sausages.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
I always forget that there's more than just the main crew or part of the Seven Dawn. Because, like, these guys are always just, like, randomly showing up every once in a great while.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Charlian!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
What is Tataru going to get a class? I know she tried to be was it a summoner for a short period of time and it didn't work out.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Moon!
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Emmett narrates Dawn Trail. Interesting. All right. Off to the magical island. Oh, Emmett didn't narrate Dawn Trail. Oh, gotcha. Uh-oh.
Here. Feel. Think.
Yep. She's been real chatty all of a sudden.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt.
The twins are passed out. They don't even have beds. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna sleep on the floor.
Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
This is supposed to be like a travel ship. And no one has a bed, or there's no cots, there's no nothing. Like, yeah, here's the common room. And you just get to sit here. Good luck. Uh-oh. There's God-ish? There's God-ish.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear. Feel. Think.
Touch. Jump.
And
Fall.
thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Hey, yo, what's up? Yeah, just give me a, yeah. Let me look around her neck. I can trust your words no longer.
You have visited
Yeah.
the first. You
She's got a
have
mask.
every right to say that.
She's got a mask.
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Eidolon has always been. A primal.
Yep. Her and, was it Zoldyark? They're the ultimate primals. They're the primals of primals.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
The rift betwixt. That's a word.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Okay.
Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
Charlian.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
I noticed that she's kind of Elsian, but I don't think she's got the ears. Like, at least the body model is Elsian-ish without the ears. Like they took a human's head and put it on Elsian.
Morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
She's just a big lady.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlian.
Oh, I see it.
I hear the beat of Shadowbringers in the background. I guess that's just the final theme, the pushing on to Endwalker. Oh no, this is Endwalker theme. Excuse me, my bad.
Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast
But usually
support.
not. True, true.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper.
Charlie.
There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Uh-oh. The moon! We are officially in Endwalker. It is official.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
Yeah, it's basically Greece.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Old Charlon.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
I mean...
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
So...
May.
So we're dealing with a bunch of
So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
we're dealing with a bunch of stuck-up academics
The immigration officer
that
will ask
pretend
for
to
your
be neutral.
affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our
Baldessian.
ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Yeah, we all look like students. Well, he does. He looks like a
Volunteer.
student.
It might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Oh, okay. See, it works out great. He is a student.
Of course. The immigration offices were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Yep, so we're dealing with just a bunch of stuck-up academics who pretend to be neutral. Fun.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the Students of Baldesion at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Cool. She's gonna just glance.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola Rule.
Oh, that's her last name? Rule? we don't get to hear the other two. We just get to hear the Ishtola. Didn't know her last name was Rule.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Uh-oh. What's going on? Got the twins. They may get rejected. Because Daddy disowned them.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Remember? They got... Yeah, they're gonna get the big old red.
Your applications have also been approved.
Oh.
Having said that...
Uh-oh.
The streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Damn.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Damn, she just put all their business out there. They're still citizens. Yeah, they're still citizens.
We shall keep that in mind.
But I know their dad is high up the chain, so I didn't know they were going to give him some trouble.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their
Homeless.
credentials are in order.
Yeah,
An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Pimp Daddy. Pimp Daddy Sleaze. Occupation? Get all the bitches. Let's see. Beefy Kitty, adventurer by trade. Yeah, I mean, the first option is technically not wrong. If I say champion of Eorzea, that might cause some issues. So I'm just going to say adventurer by trade, because that's technically what my job is.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Artisan fits their criteria. Yeah, artisan
And
fits
you,
their
sir?
Yeah, artisan fits their criteria.
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
He never thought about that? He never thought about what his job is now?
Me?
He's like, so what do you do now? I walk around.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
This whole conversation sounded kind of catty. That had very strong. Per my last email.
It is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
I like Cryo. She's cool.
Oh!
Much better than that Pampalimo guy that blew up.
Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
So those two have like a little friendship going. All right. So I'm officially in the new island. Yes. Hold on. Oh, such a long journey. I have to take a nap real quick. Let me speak to Cryo. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming to port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Papa Potato sacrifice delayed Nidhogg 2.0 by a whole 3 months. Now thankfully Estinian saw his eyes and stabbed him out. Then tossed him off the cliff like an idiot. Yeah. 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 Papa Potato's job was just to cause just enough of a space for everyone else to do the job. But I just noticed that he just never comes up again. It's been what? 2 expansions so far? And it was just like, we don't speak about that guy. we just forgot about him. Even Minfilia has been brought up a bunch of times after her death. Yeah, we'll talk about Moonbreeder. Yeah, we'll talk about Moonbreeder, but that the other guy? Yeah, forget him. I had thought to launch the... Oh, oops. But this is Beefy and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan. And for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, we postpone our agenda, so you can all have sufficient time to recover your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldiusan Annex. How does that sound? That's a fine suggestion. We may not welcome the Levior estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of the old haunts Might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Etherite Plaza, was it? I shall join you there. Yes, we'll see you there. I, too, have places I would... Oh, shut up. Go away. Fall into the lake. What of you, Astidian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. He's just gonna wander around. But I could... Oh. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while. It will be a perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Of course, if you would have me. Come, Beefy. Charlion waits. So, this is just where we do tours. I bet this section here was super busy, right? Not that long ago. Now it's just empty because yeah. Oh, let me touch this first shard. Because we got to do the thing. We got to touch all the shards. After you, my friend. Up. Keep him on your side to proceed with the quest objectives. In the event they use Ethernet, Graha will catch up to you as long as you remain in the same area. You can leave Graha behind, however, by entering a different area. You may also speak to him and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Graha accompany you again, return and speak with him. So he's just gonna just chill out with me. Alright, let's be on our way. Kyle is now also accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Cryle at the designated location. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional dialogue options. After the glowing area and speak with the quest companions, initiate these bonus conversations. Interesting. Okay. So I guess let me zoom out a bit. This place is called the Peristyle. It is the first stop of cargo unload at docks. You'll usually find necessities for daily living and other imports. Of all the unusual wares coming, I expect assistance of the infantry blah blah blah. Okay. All right. I'm impressed that the little potatoes could keep up with people. To be very honest. Those little legs must run double time. They must have great endurance. All right. There's a market board. See, now I'm just... I'm running around now just to see if I can find all the shards. Oh, here's a thing here. Oh, here's the last stand. And here we are. Last stand, as I mentioned before. But although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Charlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is bland, as encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all of his savings in building a proper eatery. So the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Charlayan, and the one and only bastion of culinary arts. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Because you were a typical Charlayan when it came to cheap and convenient Raha, but surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. Shall we press on? No, yeah, this place kinda sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, not in a like gameplay or aesthetic look, but this is like the most uptight, bureaucratic, scholarly area in the world. Like everyone's all posh. Anyone any side of a personality or flavor is shunned, and all the food is bland. And this one is like falling asleep, staring at a wall. She could barely look over the damn water. A hive of scum and villainy. Let's touch the shards. See, this is what I want to do. I just want to make sure I walk around, and I can't use a mount. This place is pretty big. Beavis? Beavis? Where's Butthead? There's the studium. The only problem with starting with a brand new expansion is how it always starts off pretty tranquil. Everything starts off super slow and low-key. That's just the storytelling of this game. It's just, it starts in the middle, then just drops like a rock, and then does a hard spike up in terms of storytelling and events. It's a slow burn to start, then it goes 0 to 100 in a couple minutes. Yeah, like for sure. which works sometimes, but sometimes they definitely fall in the we're just doing anime filler genre. All right. Where sometimes it's like, oh, we're just wandering around doing fetch quests because reasons. Wait, is that a kid? Oh, look, is one of the very rare children of this world. Or a teenager. Would you hate filler? Oh, I hate filler. Every once in a while, filler is entertaining in anime, but like in game stories, I hate when a story makes me feel like I'm just wasting my time. And unfortunately, this game tends to do that a lot. Yep. And are off to our next destination. The book stalls might hold some gems. Always love to visit other nations. Okay, so just a random book stall. Welcome to Agora, where you can find the wares. Okay, so this is the shopping center. Oh, this is just the shopping center. I don't know why a shopping center of a place full of academics has like full plate armorers or something like that. I also have an entire week off. Don't remember the last time that happened for non-medical reasons. Nice. Well, get some rest, man. Catch up on sleep. You know what I mean? Sleep into your heart's content. What I always tell people when you have like off, take a single day to do nothing. Even if you want to do something, do nothing. It actually helps. The water is a reminder of the great flood that precipitated the birth of our nation. This is the reason why you see abundance of fountains throughout the city. Sleep. Yeah. Sleep is nice. When you could get it, sleep is nice. Oh, let me touch this shard. I haven't touched this shard yet. The grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into the council chambers, the nature of the forum and duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Okay. The vista put me in mind of the arrival of the first. Yeah. So that's the Capitol building. the Senate building, pretty much. We arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this is where we put ashore with the Archon something. In the present day, it serves as the residential district. Okay. The residential district. All right. I guess we just head on back. I wish my character could run faster, or I could use a mount. This area is very spread out. The joyous look around his face is undoubtedly informed that this is the Valdison Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive at the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we explored enough for today. Alright, so I guess we go inside. I'm back, and I brought Beefy and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship. Hello, Raha. Nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Beefy. I've heard many tales of your exploits. Ojiga, something. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika something. Administrative Officer of the Students of Balson. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. The Champion of Eorzea is featured prominently in Cryo and Graha's reports. So for me, this is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Charlotte. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. I really wish this game had more chatting, like more voiceover lines. We hit peak hours, people are home from work. Oh yeah, this is the peak time. We're getting a 250 Q. Jeez, wow. Everyone is trying to play. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the cells, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we'll see the students rise again. First, we must endure the Telophary fall. Through that door on the left is where the main hall, where we could discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is, you probably have time to rest before discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you now in the Endron. Okay, so I got private quarters. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more than the cheap roadside inn. But simply that we are often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we will slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. and thus became known as amongst the students as the nap rooms, even if many naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully others won't be too long coming. Alright, let's enter the main hall. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should join wandering soon.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Riantuk. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition.
Telophoroi.
At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
In other words...
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Which means
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Favner. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Here's a question, and it's going to be a really dumb question. What's the name of the planet? Because for a long time, I thought when they said Eorzea,
this threat, the
they were talking about the
at home,
planet.
The individual who governs the city-state has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Do I get to do something?
But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
So the planet is named after the light.
Yes, it is quite the country. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts. You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
The twins are like,
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
You're useless. Go over there.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course! The more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Okay. Alright. So, I got two paths. I could go by the path of these guys, or I could go the research path. That's basically what's going on. I either do the adventuring path or the research path. And then I go from there. So, it was an interesting start. Interesting start to everything. But unfortunately, guys, I will have to call this a bit short. I know. I figure we have to do both, but I figure it's like which one to do first. But I'm not really feeling all that well right now. So I think I'm just going to. I think my migraine's beginning to come on up. So before it gets bad, I'm going to take something and try to maybe lay down early or something. If anyone's dealt with migraines before, you know the feeling where it's like, you know it's coming. So, because it's getting hard for me to. I deal with what they call what's it called, ocular migraines, where you're like, it's like eye strain type of stuff, and like hard for me to look at the screen too much right now. So yeah, let me stop it for right now and then get some rest. Thanks guys for coming on through. I appreciate you guys swinging on by real quick, and yeah, let me call it early tonight. Good night, all.